was is gone at to 34 34 degrees centigrade, and it's dry and dusty, but all is okay. We have been expecting this kind of weather at this month or during this month, and maybe it will continue like that, maybe until March, and then as we approach towards the end of April, it may change. But right now, we're expecting dry and dusty weather.
Barbara, I just want to welcome you in.
Hi, Larry. Hi, everyone. Good to be here. Thanks for the welcome. And yeah, looking forward to all the updates.
Yeah, great. For those who may not know, Barbara's calling in from Dresden, from Germany also, as is Astrid. Wonderful. I don't know that we're going to have anybody else, but we could maybe go ahead and get started, and then we'll let people drift in as they come. Maybe try muting ourselves if we're not actively talking, and that might reduce that feedback that's wherever that's coming from. Emmanuel, can you try talking again just to see if we have your audio? I'm not hearing you, Emmanuel. You're muted. No, you're just muted, Emmanuel.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, good.
Okay, you want to try your headset again?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
No, it's bad audio.
Can you hear me?
That's better than the headset, Emmanuel.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll use without.
Yeah, you can just speak up today, and that's great. Sorry,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, just so but for everybody's refresher information, I have started recording so that we can share the recording with other folks. And yeah, well, let's take our usual customary just short spell to be in silence and presence together. And it's wild times on the planet, and this week has been a very tough week in the US with our impeachment hearings and so on, and all the politics as well as the climate issues that are happening. And just, touch our hearts again and remember why we're here. And let's call and invite in the highest outcomes for this call for each and all of us. So just a moment to be together. Thank you. And one other piece I would just say here by way of introduction is we have Jessica on the call. Hello, Jessica. Also under the name Emmanuel, and Jessica, you are muted. And Marjorie, thank you for using the chat here. So just remind people that we do have the chat if you need to or want to send messages and so on. Jessica, you want to say anything so we can test your speaker?
Yes, hello to everyone. Hello. How are you all?
We're good. We're good.
I'm happy to be with you here.
It's such a delight to have you, Jessica.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we'll do our usual sort of report out from Emmanuel and Jessica, and with maybe save questions or see how it goes. But we'll try to get the reporting out done, and then come back with questions maybe, and then I've got a question for Emmanuel. Love to hear you reflect on it at the end, Emmanuel. So do you want to just start us off, Emmanuel, with whatever you care to share about what's happening at Magarini and so on?
Yeah. First, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for making it today for this friends call. It has been quite some time since we met, but I'm happy that we are here together again. Thank you so much, Larry, for sending the invitation. I know it's an effort, so thank you so much for coordinating that. Here we have been busy as we started the formal learning as per the government curriculum at the center, with the children full back at the center on the 4th of January. And it has been quite a challenge after having the children, some at the center, some with the host families during the time of COVID, when schools were all closed. But when they came, they were so happy, because they used to play at the center, but not getting to learn or getting much into contact because of the issues with the COVID. But since then, we are happy that we managed to take off, and we had some challenges, like we did not have enough course books, but we're happy we managed to get the support from One World to get the course books for the children. And we did not have also much desks and chairs for the children, tables for the children and for teachers, but also we got this support, and we are happy that now at least children can sit on chairs. Though still we don't have much space because of the social distancing as we were asked to do, but and this made our classrooms a bit smaller, and we could not have enough space. So some of them we have shifted them. Some they learn in the morning and some learn in the afternoon, just to change as we wait for the other classrooms to be ready. We have been also working on the girls' dormitory. The girls' dormitory, we needed to make the washrooms like where they have toilets. In the girls' dormitory, we have 9 apartments, or not apartments, but rooms. So 4 of those toilets and 5 bathrooms where they can wash. So now we are making all the floors by using small rough tiles, and we are also making the water from the borehole, having from the other tanks to come to the tanks that will one tank that will supply water to the dormitory, and then they can start using this bathroom as they sleep in the dormitory. So the girls' dormitory is in use, and the girls are there, they sleep there. And challenge that we have is we used to have small solar light, and then we got a generator that used diesel, but the diesel generator has generated like mechanical problems, but we have been trying to fix it, and so that it can provide light during the evening or during night time. So it's now operating. And on the same note, as I reported earlier, that we had made a request or written a grant to the US Embassy they accepted the grant. We sent all what they required, but of late they sent us, they advised us to go for the company called Solagen that already came at the center for and made this survey. So they said they have already been working with the embassy in implementing such project. So we had to start again with the Solagen, so that they can submit their proposal or their quotation. So they visited the site once again, and they came up with a quotation. The embassy grant will be $6,000 US. So this will provide light, some extensions where we can charge our charge phone, or if we have laptop or computer, we can plug in. So this, they came and they made the quotation, and I revised it and sent back to the US Embassy so that they can consider giving the grant. Already they considered they will give, but after requesting us to, they advised us to work with Solagen. Then Solagen came and we did that. So now we are waiting for their last response on how we can go move ahead with that process of the solar electricity at the center from the US Embassy. Also, during the New Year morning, we started making the foundation, or making slab for the foundation of the 4 classrooms. We did this after having support from the US IPG, and also we had support from One World. We brought this together, and then we started right away to take off the 4 classrooms. It has now gone up to the second phase or third phase of walling. All the walls now are done, and now we need to go to move for the next step of making the roof, so that we can start using the classrooms. So right now the classrooms are done in terms of walling, and now we had stopped at a level where we now want to move from there to the roofing stage. So that is where we have gone so far, and all the activities. We also had some money. I think Jessica will talk about that, about Mama De Luna, and we bought a few 2 machines, which are now working at the center, making some reusable pads that are supporting the children. We have our pigs, which are doing well, and they are healthy. We are having in the farm, though it's very dry, but still we can use the water from the borehole to water some vegetables, so that we can use them for the children as they are there right now. So the chicken that we brought on board on the 5th of November last year, now they are about to be like 2 or 3 months, and soon they have been growing very fast and they are doing well, and soon we shall be having some eggs at the center that will be also supplied to the children. So that is a brief of what has been happening and what is going on. And I'm finishing my annual report for the activities that happened and took place in last year. So that is one thing that I'm preparing, and hopefully I'm going to share maybe within the next week of this month. So that's a brief activity report of what we have been doing since January when we brought the children on board for the normal learning. And as we do, every day the children have time to get to the field, they play, and also get the field to just work together in taking care of the soil and learning all these skills together. And I'm happy that we have been together and they are doing it, and all this is nourishing our hearts.
Beautiful,
And
Emmanuel.
I want to say thank you so much for being part of us. We are together, and though you are far or miles across the oceans, but still we are very close because we feel you, and we feel your support, and that has made us to be so far where we are. And I want to say thank you so much for everyone for making this dream becoming a reality. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Can you share the story you were telling me recently? So prior to the borehole,
Yes.
you had to travel
Thank you for that.
15, 20 kilometers for water. And now that you have the
Yes.
borehole and other wells in the neighborhood and around are failing, people are traveling 20, 30 kilometers to the center for water.
Yes.
But you were talking about how you used to watch the children drink and share a glass of water. Can you speak to that, please?
Yes.
Share that.
Yeah, thank you, Larry, for reminding me of that. During the month of January, right from 15th, I think, of January up to date, there have been a shortage of water from the Mawasco, that is the water company that supply water in the area, and also there was a problem in other boreholes within. So being very dry, there was completely no water within the area and the locality. So our borehole was like, it's still, and it has, it's like the savior of the community around. Before we did not have the borehole, we used to walk 10, 15 kilometers to find water and bring water to the children. During this dry season, they could share a cup like this, maybe for 6, just a sip, and then another one, and then another one, and then they share the same. And we could just sit and watch how was that, and it was just feeling very sad about it. But when now the water is there, people are coming. We are not walking away from many kilometers again, it's just within our reach. But now people walk about 15 kilometers to come to get a 20-liter jerrycan of water, and then they go back again 15. And then those with piki, that is motorbike, they come maybe with carrying about 6 container. They carry about 120 liters of water just to save the community with this water. Then looking again at the children at the center, get everyone drinking water without like sharing a cup like this. I have no words to express my feelings about that, but it's really deep and touching, because knowing where we come from and where we are, it's quite a milestone. So I want to say the borehole was meant for such a time like today, when the community had no water, when the children had no water at this time before the borehole. Now everyone is just giving his tribute and love for the support and gift of life that is water. And we will be very grateful for that. Thank you.
It's so beautiful. Thank you, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you maybe speak to, so the walls are up on the 4 new classrooms and the foundation's in and floor, of course, but we need funds for the roofing and then ultimately plastering would be nice and so on. Where are we at with that financially? Do you have a sense of what needs to be raised for that?
Yeah, I've been trying to calculate the original budget that I had for the building, and I found out that during the time of COVID, things went up, like the prices went up because of the lockdowns and transporting these materials to the center. So for the roofing, we need about 7,000. It's not full 7,000, it's about 6,950 thousand Kenya shilling. That is 600, will be 600,000 and 95,000, something like that. So that is about 6,000 or 7,000 US dollar. And then the other phase of plastering and putting doors, it will cost like 6,500 US dollar. That's about 650,000. And then we have it will be complete, the doors, and then the roofing and the painting, it will be clean. So that is our completion budget that will finish the 4 classrooms. But to our side, we say if we get the roofing as per now, already the children will start using the building, because it will be already, and they will have covered and they will be there. And then if we can continue with the other stages, we can continue as also they use the classrooms. So that is the picture of the tour of the building so far.
That's great. Thanks, Emmanuel. And can you share this story about hearing the children sing in the?
Yeah, it's when we started the foundation on the New Year day, the children were not yet at the they were used to come, but they were not learning. So on 4th, when they came, they found there was this slab was done, and the wall had started to grow up. So children, especially the young children, came in and started playing and singing, "This will be my room, this is my class, this will be," and they were just so happy, jumping inside and saying, "This will be mine, I will sit here, I will sit here." So that was I just stood and watched how happy they are, and it was very touching at the same time. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Barbara, I just have to acknowledge you in One World and all that, you know.
Yeah, I want to maybe Jessica, if she has something to say on the activities that she's also doing, and maybe somewhere I have left, she can also help me.
Yeah, wonderful. That'd be great. Then we can open to questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. And I say hi to you. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning.
Hi, Jessica.
Thank you so much for the new members. I'm Jessica. So I want to share about the Mateluna. I want to say thank you so much for the support which we received from friend Larry and Sage, I think. And we got some machines and many more materials so as we can reach more girls, not only for the center, but we want to reach more girls from other schools. So now we had started that project of making the pads. The challenge is the place where we are, it's not clean as it is wanted, because we used, last time we used the dome as our place, but because now the children are there, we cannot use that place as the office, the public officers, they are not allowing us to stay inside. So now we are outside, and it is a big challenge for us now because those things need cleanness, and we use just outside and a shade where we have more wind, and now it's very dusty. But we are trying our best to do that, but that is the big challenge for now. But I say thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you, because now we will reach more girls that it will help them, as we have that problem of early pregnancies. We are talking to them and I see that they are changing. So as here, like Marafa, we had no any case of pregnant girls, because we went to the school, we talked to them last time with friend Jackie and Yamila. We went to another school, Kata, and we talked to them. We talked to all the girls, and we are happy that we don't have much cases, but other places we have many cases of early pregnancies. And when you ask, it's that they need some help. Maybe when someone is in that time or in the period, then he needs or she needs some support from other people, whereby also they need something from the girls. So I feel that if I can reach more girls, this will be more helpful to the community. And also, because I'm the farm manager, I should also report to you that in the farm, although we don't have much vegetables, because now it's very dry, and if we use more water to the farm, then many people, the community members, they cannot get water. As Emmanuel have shared, that we have the problem of, we have scarcity of water in the community. So we try to share. We have vegetables, but not much, only for the children. Because if we have many vegetables, sometimes we sell, but now we don't have much, only for the children. So thank you so much for support, for continued support. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're welcome.
Shall we just open it up for questions and reflections from people? Anybody want to, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to express my gratitude for all that you're doing, Emmanuel and Jessica, and all the other people there at the center. And it's just, yeah, amazing to hear how that works, and also how the center can help in this situation of water shortage, and all the other activities going on. And I would like to know if there might be a chance when the roofing is done for the classrooms that the Amatuluna project gets one of the rooms in the in the big school building, or if the 4 rooms are already like taken with other classes.
I think, if I may, the 4 classrooms are full, and already when the roof is done, then already children will be occupying them. We have been thinking of making a very temporary place so that they can be there during this time. This time they are okay, but we know that maybe next few months or 2-3 months there will be rain, so they won't be able to do their work outside. So we've been thinking of making like a temporary place where they can have a wall and a roof so that they can be able to do their work there. But for now, it has been the priority has been to the classrooms and also to the girls, so that everything is done, and then we can move to the other step of making a place where like a farmhouse or a place like when they will do their work. It will be like a workshop for producing the pads, and maybe or not only pads, maybe they will also help to make small clothing for the children at the center. And the Amadiluna now, with the support that they have, we have also young mothers who devoted themselves to come and volunteer or work with the machines, just to get some they learning how to make the pads, and that is also a support that the community is benefiting or getting from the project.
Oh. One piece that came up after we were talking about this fairly recently was this idea that the Amatuluna program project really needs its own space, and that then is included in the vision, and the larger vision proposal for infrastructure that then started getting tagged on to the current solar project funding that we were seeking. So quick background on that, we're seeking about $240,000 for a large solar community bank project. So people can get solar power for their phones and so on as they now get water at the center, and there'll be lighting for the kids at night for studying and compound safety, etc. And then my challenge and invitation to you, Jessica and Emmanuel, was to come up for a good name for this building or whatever it is, and because it's a great fundraising piece, I think, and it's such a valuable piece of the work that the center is doing. It really is empowering women there, and yeah.
Thank you for that, Larry.
Yeah, and thanks for that question.
I've been thinking about the name, and I wanted the women who are working with the project to come up with a name for the Amadeluna. Now it's Amadeluna, but the project name, they will get a name, and I will be able to share that.
Wonderful.
I think Jessica and the other women whom are working together, they will come up with a good name that will be bringing all together.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Emmanuel, Jessica, reflections? We are one piece. We've got you on the call here, Bill. I just got an email from Carlos that we're working with locally. He's a Santa Fe fellow who helped write the Ambassador Solar Funding Grant. And the Simplify Power, which is Bill is related with, as a company and a battery storage company, has a 1% sort of grant that they're offering. And Carlos is working on that proposal. And he sent me a draft of filling out that application just before we got on the call. So that's in process. And that would be part of this $250,000 piece.
Good, good. That's great to hear.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Emmanuel, have you talked to Emmanuel about that, Larry?
I have, yes, he's aware of that. And then Emmanuel and Monroe and I are hoping to meet again this week to work on the website piece, as well as then that dovetails with the solar deck. And we now have thanks to a donation from Cheryl Slover-Lynette, one of the local supporters funders, the Lead Feather Foundation also. They've hired a design person to work on the deck. And so that's really exciting as well. I think it really, she's bringing in a lot of photos, and I think it's a real upgrade from from my level of design. So hopefully that'll be happening soon.
Emmanuel, how deep is your well?
Our well is 210 meters deep.
And do you know what we call them aquifers over here? They're typically underground rivers. What is the source? You know how deep that aquifer goes, or that underground river goes? Do you have any idea?
I have the report from the geologists, whom they came and they made everything about that. I may not be sure how long it may take, but they said the borehole has enough water to take. It may take even more than 10 years, but for now, the amount of water that has been coming out right from the first day until now, it is still the same rate.
Same pressure.
So yeah, same pressure, same, because during the first 2 days, they tested, and it had a capacity of filling 10,000 water tank, 10,000 liter water tank in 45 minutes with a good solar or sunshine. So it is still like that until today.
And where is the location of that on the 31 acres?
Yes, it is in there.
Yeah, but whereabouts? If you were to have a map of the 31 acres, is it on one particular side?
It is just at the edge from the end of it is, if I may describe, the land is in a, not in a square or triangle, but it is in like a 4-dimension land.
Right.
So Yeah, so a lot of the land this side towards the end of the other end in right on the west, then maybe 50 meters from the boundary of our land, inside our land, there is the borehole.
Okay.
Mm.
We have the ability to put other boreholes, correct?
Yes.
Do you have the water report in English?
I
The
believe I
water?
have that. Yeah,
Do you have it, Larry?
I do. I'll look to see what I can send you, Bill.
I'd like to see that and see how what's happening there. And then the other last question, my thought, the U.S. Embassy grant, I thought it was 11,000.
No, they said they give in their when they say they say they give from 3,000 to 11 between there. But if you need you get a quick, they can give like 7,000. So we made our proposal and budget for 11, but then they said reduce it to 7.
Okay.
And then they said we are not giving 7, but we are giving 6. So we said, okay.
Okay. What else can you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm.
Okay. I have a question for you, Emmanuel, but anything else from anybody else first? Just okay. And I don't quite know how to ask what I'm asking here, Emmanuel, either, but this is in the realm of the center in your love, and we come together around this as well. It's the love of the earth, and often expressed here as the love of the soil is a way of taking care of ourselves, and that they're not separate from each other. And given today's political climate here in the US, the very idea of truth and what is truth, and how do we know what is speaking truth, and is up for grabs at the social realm. But it seems to me that the soil speaks truth, and learning to listen and hear that is a critical human capacity for surviving and thriving in the future. And the other piece to that is that we also often, in our play of words here and in my poetry and writing, I play with this soil and soul, soul of the foot, and the soul of the human soul, as in spirit kind of thing. But that the human soul also does not lie, though it can deceive itself. And I would just invite you to reflect on what I've said.
Thank you. Thank you. What you have said, I can put it into three dimensions, but they're all one. You see, our body is alive because of the air that we breathe, the spirit that is alive in us. But when the spirit is out, it becomes a log or a body without life. The soil is a body, a huge, huge body. And the soil also has life. And this life that is within the soil makes the soil alive, makes the soil living. The trees have the capacity to clean the air that we breathe. because of the life beneath that provides life to all these things outside. But when the life from the soil is gone, is dying, it's not yet dead, but it is struggling. It cannot breathe. Then even if we or me as a human being stand on that soil, I cannot think because the life is not communicating, because our soul as human beings, they are all connected. We might think maybe we are different from the trees. We might think maybe we are different from the animals. We might think maybe we are different from the ants or butterflies. They all have life with a lifespan as we have. So the most important part to make this is the balance within ourselves, within our heart, within the soil. It's my responsibility as a person to take care of the life within the soil. But most soils are dead, are not yet dead, but they are not breathing well because of human activities. And this has made us unstable. We cannot think as we could think. We cannot, our soul is not pure as it could be because of what we have been eating, or this has been contributed with our own human activities that do not relate with the balancing of this circle. So whatever is happening right now in the world, for me, and this is me, I feel like most of the soil in some parts is either covered or polluted.
Can you repeat that, Emmanuel? The last two
So
things.
there is a struggle. I've said in most parts of the soil, in most parts of the world or cities or where the soil is covered.
Mhm.
So when the soil is covered, and those areas where the soil is uncovered and people can walk there is mostly highly populated and also highly polluted. So there is a problem under the ground. There is a problem in the soil. And we have been experiencing this many years ago as nature tries to tell us what is happening and telling us to reverse our activities. Most recently, I did a research for my thesis with the Deep Democracy Institute International, and I'm doing a thesis for the diploma. I had an opportunity to speak with women and women. They might be not educated with this earthly or world education, but with their age, they shared their experience, what they see or what they used to live in and what their fathers and grandfathers used to tell them during their time. And they said that what happened right from the time that soil was healthy, they could use the soil as a source of communicating. They could listen because they used to sleep under skin of a cow skin, sleep on the ground, but they could hear people walking. And if they are coming towards their home, they know their enemy or they know those are friendly and they have come. They used to know that. But right now, you cannot listen to the soil and hear these steps because there are so many things happening around at this time that does not give the concentration under the soil. So another woman said that I have dug my own grave, but not really that it's me, I have done that. But looking to my son, my grandchildren, I see that I don't know what they will do because the education that they have is only straight line. They don't, after that, if they don't get employed, I don't know what they will do. But on my side, at this age, I have a small place that I can work and grow something when the rain comes. If we children, we can teach our children to have a small place where they can work and grow something, the soil will appreciate that. But if we don't teach our children to have a small place where they can work and grow something, the soil will not appreciate that.
I think we may have froze here.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Or maybe Emmanuel did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Larry, a couple of things, what Emmanuel said. Number one, it was awesome. Number two, I think it would be good with his permission to capture that part, that particular piece,
Mhm.
just that particular piece, which is spontaneous, and allow that to be expressed on the website. And I would have use for that also, to put on maybe to put on the Simplify website if in fact we do something, which we will at some point in time. Who knows when?
Yeah, great.
It unfolds at a glacier pace. And the other thing is, I would, I hopefully, I'd like to see his thesis.
Mhm.
So I think that the celebration of the man as well as the celebration of the school and the activities there are important. But a celebration of the man is the man has come forward, and the women have come forward
Mhm.
the way that he's talking about.
Yeah.
Really quite touching and remarkable, and I think can be a platform. You can use it as a platform. Good question and good answer.
Thank you. And yeah, I'll post the entire recording and I'll pull that piece out as you suggest, Bill. And that's why I try to do those too, because obviously he is so articulate from his soul and heart, and grabbing those pieces is also more than I can manage in terms of all the volume of stuff. But that was a beautiful one. And it strikes me too, just listening to people talking about listening to the soil, we're back into the realms of vibration.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, this is a big piece of Bill's life work, and you can find that on his website, and his writing around vibration, which is eloquent and beautiful.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah. It looks like we may have lost Emmanuel and Jessica. So what a treat to, why don't you unmute yourselves? Bill, can you type in your website or tell people?
Yeah, I'll see if I can type it in.
The
Maybe
chat.
I do it in chat. I'm not sure. I've never done chat before. But, let's see how you do it. So it's www dot, not comma, Center for Vibrational Studies.com, or you can just access it, Center for Vibrational Studies.com. It's a pretty rudimentary site, and it's got a lot of writings on it. The key writing, though, is the book entitled Humanity's Wrong Turn. And that wrong turn occurred.
Oh, here they come.
We're good.
Bill, do you want to finish that thought?
Yeah, and that in humanity's wrong turn occurred when we, as a group, began treating words, symbols, and images as only words, symbols, and images, nothing more, rather than sounds and marks that emerge from the body.
Mm.
And so the sounds are the voice, like I'm voicing right now. So it's a vibration, a voice, and it connects me with what Emmanuel was talking about as the soil, which is the vibration, the reason where they could hear somebody coming, whether that person coming as a friend or a foe, is because of the vibration. The vibration that was communicated through the soil, or through the vibration that is the soil. Everything is vibrational. And so the mark is something you create. It's a word that you create using a marking tool applied to a smooth surface. So you can basically use a stick and apply that stick to a smooth surface, which is sand or dirt, or you can use a pencil and apply it to paper, or you can use a keyboard and apply it to a computer screen. It's all the same, and it's all a function of light. Mark is a function of light. So you have vibration of light. You can't see a mark in the dark. And sound obviously is a function of the vibration sound. So the vibration light, the vibration is what connects us all. And then the soil is vibrating as well as everything in reality. So everything is communicating vibrationally. When we lock it down or create interference patterns where we concrete over or do different kinds of things or have huge social media presences, we're constantly interfering with the ultimate vibrating reality that exists in all of us. We're all connected to it, we just don't know it. So that's the primary message of the book, Humanity's Wrong Turn.
Thanks, Bill, for that. Appreciate it.
Sorry, there was a blackout, but now we are back.
Good. I'm not sure, Emmanuel, if you want to say something to wrap up what you were saying. You were just
Well, I think when I was saying, Emmanuel, I'd like to be able to use that last series of statements that you made, which you did extemporaneously, just right off the top. I'd like to use that in a number of different ways. One is, I think it should go on the school's website, but I would like to, at some point in time, put it on maybe my website, or put it on something that relating to my website, or putting on something that relates to Simplify. And I might point out to the other thing is, just for you, for Simplify works with storage, and what it does is it stores the flow of electrons. So what really is going on energetically is that electrons, which are atomic in nature, revolving around the nucleus in some sort of fashion, that flow of electrons is captured in what is called a battery or a cell. And the flow of electrons is generated by the solar cell and stored in the storage cell, and then brought vibrationally to the school. just like the soil is at the school, just like humans are at the school. It's like Emmanuel's at the school, Jessica is at the school. So we're all interacting vibrationally, communicating vibrationally. And we're doing so in very subtle ways. And that subtlety gets lost. You concrete over something or put a whole bunch of noise on top of it. But it's still there. The good news is it's always there.
No, it's beautiful, Bill. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm struck in the moment listening to that, that it really is vibration that has brought each of us together here and brings us together in our common care and concerns and hearts. Would like to offer, we've been on a little longer than an hour here, but any final comments, or Emmanuel, do you anything else you want to say to that, and then pass it to Jessica and anyone else that wants to say anything, then we'll close up.
Yeah, concerning it's not only in the US where this political climate has really changed, and it's now really burning or something's happening. It's not only there, it's many places around the world. And I feel confused myself. And this brings me to thinking about the trees, about the forest. And with that confusion, I remember the story of the bird, we call it kajema, and in English, I think is the small bird, Larry, at the cabins. We call it just hummingbird.
Oh.
Thank you, Jessica. So what we are doing might be very small, like a drop of water in a very hot pot. But I think if many drops, then we may cool the pot. So because right now, all the children who are born today and those who are born yesterday, they will learn nothing but whatever is just what has been done by the parents, and the parents have learned a very straight line kind of education, and that is what they are going to do, and not knowing, and if they will, and I'm sure nature will communicate. There might be some people who will be able to communicate with nature so that they can at least have more time in this planet. And with that, I call upon all friends, when we are getting ready, when the rains come, we are going to plant trees, and we are mobilizing community to plant trees. And we established a tree nursery. We are collecting seeds right now, and we already had this nursery that we established it during a International Peace Day. I think that was 2019, and we planted more than 7,000 trees during that day. And last year also we planted like 500 trees, but it's now our target maybe to have like 2,000 trees planted maybe in the coming rain season. So we are just doing this so that to create awareness for the community, to create awareness to the users of the soil, those who are using the soil, to use it with care, with love and protection. And they might be saying we are doing this for the soil, but they are doing it for themselves. They say we plant these trees in the soil, yes, but we are just helping the soil to heal, as we also need to heal our wounds. That was what the Nobel Prize winner here, Wangari Maathai, said. If we support, if we help the earth to heal its wound, then we are helping to heal our own wounds. So thank you so much, Larry, and thank you so much, dear friends. I'm open. If you have any comment, any question, we can help each other, or we can be, would be happy to answer.
Emmanuel, have you finished the your treatise or your the document that you mentioned that you're doing for your doctorate thesis?
It's not for doctorate. It's for diplomat. It's for yeah. I'm still making. I'm still finished. I remain with maybe 2 of the old women to write what they said. So mine is just, I did the interview, and I'm now writing these what they said in the thesis. So I'm trying to do that, and maybe hopefully as I balance my time here, hopefully by end of this month I'll be done.
Good. Love to read it.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's not alone. Anything else from anyone? Jessica, can we hear from you?
Thank you so much for this meeting, and I hope that we help our soil to help us in our life. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
This is Marjorie. I'm just unmuting myself. This has been so inspirational. I had somehow not gotten the message about this until about an hour before the meeting was to begin. And I am so glad that I was able to be here. It is so inspirational. It's been kind of dovetailing in with a lot of things that I've been thinking about how interconnected we all are with the soil and the earth. And I love the piece about the vibrational studies, because I've been just kind of going through that sort of thing with other friends like Robin Easton and David Bedrick. And there is so much that we connect in ways that are beyond what the intellectuals talk about. We connect from the heart, and this was beautiful. And I am so grateful that I was able to be here today and hear you, Emmanuel, and Jessica, and just all of you. It's made a big difference in my life today. I needed to hear it.
Thank you, Marjorie.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Marjorie. Well, maybe that's a beautiful piece to let's unmute ourselves and let in the vibration, consciously feel that. I can feel that vibration in my heart. It is here. And as we sit in our chairs, we're also sitting on the soil and sitting on the planet. And that too is who we are. So feel free to, say whatever you wish, our goodbyes, and thank you so much. We'll look to do another call in, roughly about 4 weeks out. Just big appreciation to each and all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let it in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you
a
so
lot.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Esther,
Thanks
I'm
a
so
lot.
glad you're here. Barbara, love you.
Thank you, everyone.
Love
Thank you
you.
so
Love you
Bye
all.
much.
bye.
Okay.
Yeah, so much love.
Bye bye,
Good night and good
Barbara.
morning.
Hands across the
Enjoy
world.
your day.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.